Alright, so hello everyone, welcome back to IB Gaming, another playthrough of the Last Story series. So we're currently in Last Story Season 2, where we are following Wakefield and Kaufmann. They're both German. Yeah, everything sounds good. So they're both German, and currently, I don't remember where we are. I think we're in... Let me look, because I can't remember. Town Square. We're in Town Square. Because what we're trying to do is, like, honestly, now I think about it, I can't remember. Because last thing we did is that we talked to somebody in here. It was like a captain dude. We talked to him, and then we went out to the ocean, or more like to the sea line, and we talked to him again, and he gave us a telescope. So that's where we got the telescope. Providence. Old riding boat rests. The name Providence is written on the side. I wonder if that's important somehow. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck in that I'm not sure where we're supposed to go after this. Excuse me, are you spying on me? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You're not from these parts, are you? No, I'm just passing through. Are you alright? Yes. Could you do me a favor? For a long time I've wanted to visit the tomb of my lover, but I cannot leave the house due to my illness. Could you please leave these flowers there? No one in this village will do this service for me. Sure. Alright, where is this place? Oh, you cannot know how grateful I am. You're a good, kind person. You can go to the graveyard through that path right there. The name you need to look for is Carter. And we now have another place we can go. Perfect. Why were you spying on me? Oh, do not put it like that. It sounds so terrible. I just thought folks passing by. I cannot leave the house, so I spend my days at the window. It is awful interesting. You learn a lot about people this way, you know. Really? What can you tell me about myself? I've only observed you for a while, but I can tell you are on an important mission, looking for someone dear. There is worry over your shoulders, and a long way ahead of you. Well, that was remarkable. I am frankly astonished. Let's see. What can you tell me about the barmaid? Let me see. What can you tell me about the barmaid? Eva is a woman with a strong character. Once I saw her kick out a group of drunk sailors from the pub without a doubt. She's in a bad mood lately because business is not what it used to be. She will not leave the village, though, as did the others. Okay, Captain Marvel. Let me see. What can you tell about Captain Marvel? Poor Fred is always drunk. In the old times, and he was not sailing, he had long walks on the beach and looked happy. But now, where is the occasion when he gives a quick glance at the coasts? He has lost all hope. Okay, Father Oscar? What can you tell me about Father Oscar? He is a man who has lost his purpose. I see him walking aimlessly in the morning and evening, nervous and doubtful. I should go. Thanks for everything. Have a good day. Alright, so let's go to the graveyard. And then we can see what's around there. Maybe get some new items. So we're looking for a grave Carter. Rose Carter. Bury my body with the salted driftwood with the green seaweeds and the worn out ropes where I can feel the cold autumn breeze. Gerald Belly, 1810-1875. 1810 to 1875. Mary Jane Bennett, farewell to those of you that walk beside my grave. Here I lie, my name written on the stone under the sun. Do not bring flowers to this place, for rum is all I crave. Now I rest under the same stars I sailed by when alive. Okay, so I actually think the person we talked to was a dude. Because this is a Carter. Whoops. Oh, the church is open. The bells of the church. It seems the priest is calling mass. Good morning. Good morning, my son. Does no one come to church anymore? What's the matter, father? What has happened to your parishioners? The village has been bleak times. Many have left, and the rest have lost their faith. Every day I ring the bells, but no one answers. May God have mercy on their souls. Why do you suppose this? Or why do you suppose that is? I cannot say. The mist that shrouds this coast and the shapes that swirl within have long been a source of hearsay, but lately the stories people tell are not of pirates and smugglers, but something more sinister. Some say the devil himself has come to our shore. It is a rumor I dare not disregard. Are you personally acquainted? Are you personally acquainted with Professor Wright? Why, yes, of course. Adam is not merely a parishioner, but one of my closest friends. Since our youth, we enjoyed many scholarly but sometimes quite fervent discussions, he being an anthropologist and myself a theologian. That is, until he fell ill. But since he is like that, I have not visited him. I must go, Father. Wait a moment, please. I need to ask for a small favor. Please give this to Adam. I don't know if it will mean anything to him now, but it will bring peace to my soul if there is some token of a friendship resting by his side. So I need to get back to Professor Wright. Alright, right manner. Oh, this door is open. Oh. It's a coat. A case covered with an embroidered cloth. The end of a phrase is written on it. A visitor will call. Because this cloth said, if the birds fall silent, a visitor will call. We need claws to cover up all the birds. Well, Professor Wright is not here. Oh no! There was an open book on the floor. The Book of Birds is a compilation of legends related to birds. Some of the text has been marked. The birds were traveling to meet their king when they reached a crossroads. The wretched crow tried to lead them astray and onto the path of mists. Many birds followed him and were lost forever beyond that veil. Only the wisdom of the crested hoopoe and the prudence of the red-feathered robin can lead the remaining 28 back onto the path of righteousness. Ever since, the birds have sung their praise, for without the hoopoe and the robin, silence would have fallen forever. All the birds have suddenly stopped their chittering. It sounds as if there is someone at the door. Uh-oh, they came in. The door has been opened. Is that my cue to run away like the plague? To abandon ship? To skedaddle? Maybe... Hey! Someone went in there! Right! Oh God! Mr. Wright! The poor man looks as if his heart gave out on him. His eyes, my God, they're fixed with an expression of uttermost terror. Let me see, his fists are clenched. He is holding on to something. It's some kind of stone figurine. He is holding it tightly as if It was protecting it he was protecting it from someone. The figurine is beautifully carved, but it appears to be but one half of a larger artifact. So I need to find the rest. So he's dead? Oh no. An old order. So now I can show him the picture. Let's check the books. What? This is serious. I must break the news to Kaufmann, and of course the local authorities will have to be informed. Yeah. Definitely have to do that. Oh, Kaufmann! What is the matter? Kaufmann! Don't worry, I've given him a mild sedative. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Omnitouch. The innkeeper called me because he was worried about your friend. Pleased to meet you. I'm Dr. Wakefield. What are Kaufmann's symptoms? Strong coughing, general feebleness, dizziness. It is too soon yet for a diagnosis. It could be a simple cold, but the sudden onset and severity of his symptoms is certainly a concern. He must be monitored for the next few hours at least. Don't worry, Dr. Wakefield. I will remain here and take care of your friend. Hush! Kaufmann is asleep. He breathes heavily and looks very pale. Could it be something serious? Doctor, this is far from my specialty, but do you think it could be something more serious? It's too soon to know. Let us wait and see how this condition develops. Here we go. See, yeah, he has something new. Maybe it's down there. The clay vessel held by the statue is now broken into many pieces. There are an object among them. It must have been hidden inside. It looks like a compass. It must be broken since it does not point north. A strange device. It cannot be a compass because it does not point north, but to seemingly random directions. See? There we go. So this is part of the tree saw in the distance. A windswept old gnarly tree is clinging onto the cliff with what roots remain. Someday it will fall into the ocean below. Good morning, I'm Dr. Wakefield. What type of accent would he do? You come from the town, don't you? You needn't answer. I know by your accent. Be careful around these cliffs. This is no place for tourists. It's hardly a place for anyone now. The man snorts. You'd best be on your way back. Strange things have been happening here. What do you mean? Seamen and the fishermen alike swear to have heard voices in the rising tide, inhuman screams, some of them say. There are some who claim to have witnessed ungodly things in the dead of night. I once saw a ghastly thing crawling out of there amongst the rocks. Screams, you say? People have heard screams coming from the sea? Bloody drunks. They say the sea howls at them as if that was something new. What do you see in the rocks? That thing, the one you see in the rocks. Can you tell me more about it? Last night it was me on my boat fishing. That's when I get the best catch. Then I saw it, not under the water, at the other side. As the others say, it was on a rock perched there, like it was smelling for something. The shape of it, like nothing I've ever saw before. Not walking on earth, nor swimming in the sea. The thing was big and hunched over like a crouching man. The way it moved, it made my flesh crawl. Whatever it was, the mist itself was its ally, hiding it from my bare eyes and in the end disappearing away together. I swear, should I see that horror again, I'll take my most vicious harpoon and thrust it so deep in its wretched body that they will have to bury them together. So what are you doing up here? I come here when I can to watch the shore, just in case that thing comes back. The mist down there is just too thick. I can see better from here, even if my eyes are not what they used to be. Damn it, if I could somehow regain my once sharp eyesight again. But God, I wouldn't pal that abomination for sure. Okay, so maybe this we're gonna use a telescope. Would you like a telescope? Here, will this help you watch the shore? Why, it is old to be sure, but this telescope has been patched up to a rare beauty. You have my thanks, stranger. I am indebted. Oh, what is that? On a cliff there, well below me. What if it isn't the Wright's old summer house? I thought it entirely destroyed. It looks like you can get there using the old cliff path. Excuse me, did you say the Wright's summer house? Oh! Well, yes, I never saw it myself. I was too young at the time. But everyone around here knows the story well. It was a terrible tragedy, you see. One night there was a landslide just beneath the house. Most of the building fell sheer into the sea, leaving only yonder ruins. Many died, though a miracle young Master Wright, was spared. You can see it from here. Look, right there, on the other side of the beach. Do you see it? Cool, we got another location we can go to, but there's so many locations now. Alright, so we can go over there. Maybe compass? No. Oh, let's go alright, over there then. I'm glad I came over here. That helped a lot, actually. Oh, it is pointing in random directions. Nope, wrong direction. Wait. Oh! Oh, it led to the grave! Well, there it is. There's something buried here. Boom. An engraved stone. It seems to be only one half of a larger statuette. Joined together, two pieces form an intricately carved figurine or idol. It is ancient without a doubt. So now we can put that into the Bobby. There we go. It has triggered some secret mechanism. There's a passage behind the fireplace. It seems to lead into the cliff. Crepe. This must be the entrance to the underground tunnel. I must go on. There's a note on the floor. Whatever you find down here, do not stop. This is a strange metal device hanging. There was a grand piano placed in the middle of the room. How would you get something like that down here? Oh my gosh. Oh. There's that dragging again. What is this place? That is the question. That's why we're here. Wakefield. A strange machine. It does not seem to be working anymore. Is that some notes? There's a note on the floor. Who was gone will be back, not the same, but somehow changed. Because that which lurks behind the door waits, and no one that has crossed through can hope to escape its blessing. I must tell Kaufmann about all of this. If he's alive, yes. These clothes are turned down to unrecognizable shreds. There's a tag in here with 2 initials, H.A. I'm not sure. I don't think we know an initialed H.A. folk. There was a large archway carved on the stone wall of the cave. So there's nothing. So what he's thinking, okay, let me head back and talk to Kaufmann. Is that the idea now? Like I gotta leave? I came all the way down here for what? Uh-oh. What was that? The part of wall stone seemed to have dislodged from it, leaving behind a large dark hole. What is that noise? Oh! What is that? What is that? What? Oh no! Wakefield! That's not good. That is not good. Well, on episode 3. Oh no! We just went through all this, but it could be a good recap. As a necessary step to understand the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Wakefield's patient, Jeremiah Devitt, the doctor and his colleague Johann Kaufmann visited the manor of Professor Wright. Years before, Wright had been Kaufmann's mentor in the occult, but since then had been afflicted with a mental condition and could remember nothing. They discovered that Wright's research had been funded by the Playwright, the secret organization led by Alexander Dupree. While Kaufmann lay in bed due to a sudden illness, Wakefield followed the clues left by the eccentric Professor Wright, leading to the darkness of an underground labyrinth. There was something waiting down there, alive but imprisoned in the cave. In the deepest chamber of the tunnel, Wakefield met the dreadful result of Professor Wright's final experiment, which had been an attempt to cross the last door using fear as the key. What, he made a monster in the process just to make people scared? For 3 days, you must wait. Alone amongst these dead stones. Only then will you be ready. To complete your journey, Mr. Ashdown. So he's the one the clothing belongs to, probably. I think I can remember. It's terrible screech. But it was not that of an animal. There was something human in it. A desperate cry for forgiveness. He ran. I'm not surprised. Me too. Breathe the breath of life. Am I supposed to be doing something? Oh no. he okay? Sheesh. They found me on the beach, unconscious, clutching the piece of wood that had saved me from drowning. When at last I awoke, the letter was waiting on my table. Lieber Wakefield, I write this letter in my last moments of lucidity. I have not received word from you since I regained consciousness, but I'm confident that you will soon return with information that's crucial to an investigation. The bravery that you demonstrated in the face of these latest discoveries is worthy of my most sincere admiration. I must not ask for you for yet more courage. The doctors were unable to determine the cause of my sudden illness, nor have they found a cure. I have not much time left. My greatest regret is that I must abandon you to the difficult tasks that lie ahead. I implore you to persevere, now that we are so close to finding an answer. The professor's documents were filled with references to a place of a dark legend, the Crown Midan, an ancient sanctuary on the island of Ilemur. Yeah, Elias Moore. That's my guess. The exact location of the Chrome Midin has been lost, but the professor believed that his secrets may explain why his experiments met with such disastrous results. You must find this place, my friend. I did not. Okay, well. Oh no, he died! Or is your friend Johann Kaufmann? Annie! Oh no! With Kaufmann gone, I found myself lost, my life suddenly devoid of meaning. It was as though my friend had written a letter to a person who no longer existed. Weeks passed, maybe months, I did not count the time, but the day came where I realized there was no other option. To honor my friend's memory, I had to keep looking. I had to find Jeremiah Devitt. Wherever he was. Last time we saw Jeremiah, he was being inducted into a cult. So, he's probably not in a good place, in my guess. Is this the Ile Moor? I can see the island at a distance. Elis Moor. I'll just call it Elis Moor. I don't know why I wouldn't pronounce it differently. It just looks like it will be pronounced differently. I don't know. Season 2, episode 3, The Reunion. That tells me we're probably going to find Devitt in this episode. Alright, and here we are, the island of Elimor, oh yeah, it's an I. Elimor. I'm calling it Elimor. Silent S. Thank you very much. It's probably French or something. It looks it. According to Kaufmann's letter, the legendary Chromidon can be found here. As Kaufmann emphasized, I must exercise discretion. For all I know, the playwright is watching. Yeah, we ain't trying to get shanked. Good evening. Visiting, I hope you enjoy your stay. Good evening, my name is Wakefield. I have just arrived on this island. You ought to speak with Lord Donan, then. I beg your pardon. Lord Donan, you should see him. Good evening. Welcome to Elimor. Excuse me. A visitor. Visitors are most welcome to Elimor. Yes, they are. Some of them are country, some of them are not. I don't know what the accent is anymore. I give up. I'm just trying to make the mistake at this point. Door's locked. Okay. They always are. But someone is in there. The windows are open and the light is on. An abandoned wheel, a peculiar cog, is attached to it. Based on the car's workmanship, it looks like it was part of a complex industrial mechanism, but someone has tried to fit it crudely onto that broken bicycle wheel. How on earth did it come to be in a village like this? A cog, huh? So they're saying I should speak to Lord Donan. Kia Lord Donan and Devitt Lord Donan. Oh, I guess that's Lord Donan. Excuse me, are you Mr. Wakefield? I am. I've a message for Lord Donan. Lord Donan? To our most recent visitor, Mr. Wakefield, it is customary in Elamore to welcome strangers with hospitality. I should be honored if you would accept this invitation to join me at my manor for dinner and amiable conversation. Your new friend, Lord Donan. Okay, Donan or Donan? Donan Manor. Okay, going that way. I think I would be trying to do French accents for these folk, but I don't know how to. When would you be back? Tomorrow, first light, probably. I'll be delivering supplies in the mail. I will see you there then. I will see you then. As you wish, Dr. Wakefield. Okay. Well, then how do I guess we go this way. There we go. Oh, alright. A faint smell of fish and potatoes is drifting through the shutter. The fish smells slightly rotten. What's this way? Oh, okay, so that takes you to here. Before we do that, though, I kind of want to look around here. Oh, of course it's locked. This looks the graveyard. The gate leads to the village graveyard is closed and locked. Okay. Okay, now we can do it. To Dunham. Hello. Well, Dr. Wakefield, you're here on holiday then? Yes, indeed. I've come to enjoy a rest somewhere far from the stresses of city life. I see. Well, if it's distraction you've come looking for, you've chosen the right time of year for it. These days, we celebrate a very special tradition of our kin. Something unique. We call it the Festival of Reunion. Fascinating. May I ask, what does it entail? According to tradition, for the next 3 days, the spirits of reunion leave the confines of the other side and roam the hills of Elamore. We wear costumes and masks so that the spirits will recognize us and make us the target of their mischiefs. Certain rites take place, too, but I should not bore you with the details. You shall have occasion to see for yourself. An odd mosaic adorns the floor. It depicts two snakes biting each other. An exotic blend of black tea. A large statue of a person. It is so eroded by the passage of time, it is difficult to tell any specific detail. Right? Snake mosaic. Well, I cannot help noticing this remarkable mosaic. It looks authentic. Yes, it is. Although most historians might disagree, we believe that this manor was built atop an ancient Roman villa. In our traditions, the double serpent represents a sentinel that protects us from the terrible threat hidden within itself. And then the statue? The statue is remarkable. May I ask what it represents? It's Lug Lamfhada, a hero and high king of our myths. Oh, okay. There are two engraved panels on the wall. They appear to be ancient, but I cannot decipher their meaning. Engraved panels. Do these panels on the wall represent a classical theme? I cannot seem to place it. They are the panels of the first king of Elamore. In the days of the Druids, we worshipped the great god Lug, and our kings did right by those beliefs. You seem to be knowledgeable about Elamore folklore. I should very much like to learn about the island's history in more detail. It is true that we in Elam Moor cleave to the ancient traditions. We haven't lost touch like some of those on the mainland. But I am no expert. If you're really interested, you should talk to Miss Foster. Please forgive my indiscretion, but do you consider yourself a religious man, Dr. Wakefield? Um, Based on what Wakefield has said before, I get the vibe he's not religious. I would say no. No, I do not. You seem so certain. Might I ask why? Man of science, because he seems like that type. My only faith is the belief that all phenomena can be explained through rational inquiry. Everything else is mere superstition, a result of fear of the unknown. I see. Let us take a walk by the lake. From there we can see the beauty of the island as we talk and be the better for it. I told you had that vibe. The margin of this valley is, for simpletons, a wellspring of frightful tales. The educated among us enjoy the tales a little more than distractions, knowing us safe from those visions. We know these stories to be nothing but superstition, but how can we be so sure that in the dense mist that emanates from the stagnant water, we may not find passages to other worlds? Where are the wails that drift from the reeds in the darkest of nights, are the songs of those from our worst nightmares? Many of the gods that men worship for millennia now lie buried in the common grave of oblivion. In Elam Moor, we keep our traditions alive. Oh, they change just as the times do, but they always keep their essence. They are our roots, Doctor. I must now take my leave, as my presence is required to start the rites of reunion. Feel free to continue your walk on your own. The village can be found just beyond those hills. As I mentioned earlier, you may wish to speak with Miss Foster. She is something of a resident expert on Elam Moor's history. She can often be found working late at the school, the building right across from the quay, or quay. Quay? I don't know. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Farewell, Dr. Wakefield. It's been a pleasure, Lord Dunan. Alright. What's this? An old barrel. Mineral oil. It is sealed. Nothing. Alright, cool. So let's see if we can talk to Senora Foster. See if you can tell me a little bit more about this place, because it seems like there's going to be... What is going on? What are you wearing? Excuse me. You're gonna talk to me? Hello, my name is Wakefield. Hi. What are you drawing? What are you drawing on the ground? It is a symbol, not a drawing. A symbol? What does it mean? It's the final truth that will protect us from the Marsh Dwellers, but we're not allowed to say its name out loud. The Marsh Dwellers? The Marsh Dwellers? Who are they? They're scary. My Aunt Kathleen says they're really bad people. You never see them, but you hear them in the reeds. They try to take you in there with them. That's why we can't come here alone. We always have to take someone with us. Now let's go. Marsh Dwellers take foe. Is this all where the villagers are? A small mausoleum on the door has a small slot. I might be able to peer through it. Ooh. Inside, a candle provides dim light. I can make out a statue of a hooded man. I can also hear someone whispering. No, I can't die yet. Not without knowledge. Is it so terrible, unthinkable? Is it so terribly unthinkable to truly understand the gods? How can we live only on faith? No, shut up. Knowledge is what I pursue, not faith nor assumptions. No, no man can face death believing there's nothing on the other side. Yes. Yes, you're right. Now I understand. What? Nothing else? It's just... Okay. The epitaph on the gravestones is written in Gaelic. The shadows cast by the lanterns only make the characters more mysterious. Oh, so they're Gaelic folk. The man hides his face behind a fox mask. He murmurs something in unison with the others, a muted prayer I cannot quite make out. In the middle of the graveyard stands an old alder tree, which the locals call a fearnog. Many lanterns hang from it. I do not know for what purpose. I guess I get to practice my Gaelic accent today. They're burying something. I believe they were burying mirrors in a hole in the ground. What a peculiar tradition. Indeed. He hides his face. Ah, here we go. Oh, wait, let's go this first. Ah, ha, ha! Let's see. Let's see. An empty doghouse. Nothing has slept here in many years. An old rowing boat filled with stale water. Something sticking out of the water. Well, then grab it. A worn out umbrella. It doesn't look like it will rain anytime soon, but there might be a purpose for it. That should help me reach the bottle that was in the water. Okay, so that opens that up. Okay, so let's go back to the water and go ahead and get that bottle. Nice. A paper was rolled up inside the bottle. Gods remain silent as the fog settles. We may look for the king beyond the clouds, but find the queen with a fiery crown. Okay, so let's go back to the graveyard. Nothing? Okay. Alright, let's go in here now. Senora Foster, I have some questions. Good evening. To what do I owe the pleasure? I'm a busy woman, as you can see. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I come here to Edinburgh to rest for a while. Lord Donan said that I might find you here. Have you met Lord Donan? It has been so long since I have seen him here in the village. I hope he is well. Sidib Mille Falte, Dr. Wakefield. Welcome to Edinburgh. Lord Donan. So, have you not seen Lord Donan lately? As far as I know, no one has seen him since. Well, it's been a few weeks. Now the festival has started. Maybe he'll motivate us to join. Maybe he'll be motivated to join us in the village. What happened? Did something happen a few weeks ago? Oh, sure, it was a terrible thing. Kieran, his only child, disappeared without a trace. He went off to play in the hills and just vanished. No one has seen him since. Good Lord. And you say he has not been found yet? How is that possible? We all searched the island, but he was nowhere to be found. Tell me more about Kieran. What can you tell me about Kieran's disappearance? Just that he was a restless child who loved exploring deserted areas. You might learn more from his classmates. His desk was in the back corner. What can you tell me about this curious festival? Well, it takes place when the constellation reunion is visible in the sky. On those nights, dark things and spirits ride the winds that travels across the hills. As you may have already seen, at sunset the villagers don masks. They do this so that the spirits will not know them or carry them away to the depths of their underground caves. People at the graveyard. There's a group of masked people at the graveyard. Was that part of the festival? Yes, that was one of the first rites of the reunion, a very important one. As I said, people dress up to protect themselves from those that will come. But this is not enough, since the mirrors they have looked into while changing their identities, they bear them next to the old Filnog. The roots of this tree grow in both worlds at the same time, so they keep the witness mirror safe. In a modest tradition, Lord Donan said you were an expert on the island's folklore. He said that, did he? Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert now, but I've lived here in Elam more longer than most, and I've heard my fair share of stories about the other side and its people. As regard Chromidine, might I ask you a question, Miss Foster? Yes, of course. Do you know the meaning of the word Chromidine? Yes, it's a very unusual word. Very much indeed. The Chromidine is a sanctuary of the Crooked One. It is a cursed place, the dwelling of the devil. I recalled it from the tales that I heard as a child. Of course, our elders only made up those tales to scare us and protect us from harm. Tell me the story. Would you tell me the story of the Chromidine? All right. There's a hole in the ground up in the hills, not too far from the village. A hole so dark and deep you would not see the end. Folks around here believe there lies an old serpent at its depths, ravenous for flesh, the Crooked One. Long ago, our ancestors threw livestock into the pit in the hope of placating the Crooked One's hunger. Though that tradition has not been practiced for some time, so perhaps it would be best if you didn't approach the hole. It is said that the last heir of the Ladsend wants to fight the Crooked One by approaching the ring with an iron amulet in her hand. It is general knowledge that beings on the other side detest iron, so the cursing and the shouting of the young Ladsend received no immediate answer. But a few days later, the Ladsend house was consumed in a horrific blaze, putting an end to the old family. Let's go. I must leave now. It's been a pleasure. The pleasure was mine. Enjoy your time on Elamore. A paper with dark circles painted on it. Their dance around the burrow they'll sing. It's cold inside as winter. Don't get too close, or else they'll pull you in. Oh, of course. Kieran's playroom. Kieran's playroom is written on the door in hand-painted letters. The door is locked. Did you know Kieran? Were you Kieran's friend? He was nice, but he didn't want to play much. He was mostly for going in the hills by himself. Was Kieran not afraid of the marsh dwellers? No, he said he had seen them and that they were not as scary as Aunt says. I think that's why they took him. You think the marsh dwellers took him? Yes, for sure. Before he disappeared, he said he found a treasure, a disc with a beautiful drawing. He took it from the old house in the mills. Maybe the marsh dwellers wanted it. I must go now. Goodbye. I was hoping maybe because we found Kieran's playroom it has something else. There's a drawing in one. Oh! It is a child's drawing. There seems to be a village lake and some sort of creature. It's obviously, what's that thing called? So, Trigon! Burdinating the people. Burdinating the peasants. Burdinating all the people. Okay, so now we have a photo. Let's show it to homegirl. Hey, yo, miss. I found this picture. Was it made by one of your students? Yes, this was painted by Paul Kieran. What would you say it represents? Things that were familiar to him, the village, his home. But these are other shapes. I do not know. You could ask one of his classmates. They should tell you more about it. Perfect. So now we go to his friends, the ones with the masks, in the hills. Trigon! What a time. I found this drawing in the classroom. Is it yours? That? No, Kieran painted it a long time ago. The drawing is Kieran's? There could be a clue here of his whereabouts. A clue? Is this the village? Yes, the fernal tree in the graveyard. That tree gives me the chills these nights. On you, and they got them little lanterns on it, and they look like evil eyes staring into you. What's this? That's the cricket run. They say a villager defied it, and the next day her house was burned to the ground. They say it was the cricket one paying her back. That's the house where Kieran found the treasure. Do you know how to get there? Sure, it's easy. Boom. Solitary house. Thanks, kid. And I think that is a good place to stop because this has been a very long playthrough. I've been playing for an hour 40 now. And I'm getting tired. I need to think about getting my dinner together. And I want to read the rest of my book. I might even finish it. I might just run through it. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we didn't finish the game like I was hoping. I really thought we would, but episode 2 took longer to finish than I thought it would. But I would say we probably have 1 or 2 more playthroughs left. Probably 1, if I do my job well enough. But yeah, we won't have a live stream probably because I'll be out of town the week of the 4th. So on the 7th, so that's technically when we're supposed to have a live stream again. But I'll be out of town, so we'll probably won't have a live stream that week. So we'll probably have a live stream on July 14th. We still got Batman Arkham series going. We're in Arkham City at the moment, and then we'll be on to Arkham Origins, and that'll be it for that. And then we still have the rest of this. So once we're done with this, I'm going to release another poll. And y'all can pick what y'all want to see next. I had a request on one of my Batman City playthroughs to see if I can play Last of Us. And at the moment, it's like $60 on Steam. So I think we'll have to wait on that one. But I'm going to see about playing that one because I do enjoy that game. And plus, I think some of the updated versions are supposed to look really, really nice, and the game already looked really nice. So I can't imagine how they made it even better. But yeah, that's all the updates. I hope you guys are still having a fun time with this game. I know I am. We're making some really good headway. I still haven't used really used hints or anything, so I'm doing a lot better than I did when I was younger. So that's a good sign. Alright, so that's it for today. Hope you guys